with my friend Cindy Corell, who serves as a mission co-worker in Haiti with the Presbyterian Church USA. Years ago, I sat down in a coffee shop with Cindy and listened to her share how her life was changing from being a journalist to answering a new call in mission. Cindy has the faith and the skills to not only capture a story, but to retell that story with passion and hope. May Cindy's words of faith in God and hope for Haiti direct your life's purpose in mission.
Good afternoon. I'm so glad to be here with you all today. And thank you, April, for having me as part of this video series. It's an important video series. Storytelling and mission. Those are two parts of my life that have always been there. They've always been a part of me, though the mission part didn't come along until years later. I grew up in a family that loved to tell stories, and our stories usually involved the people that we met on our journeys throughout the day. I was a journalist in Stanton for 27 years, almost 28 years. I was a reporter and an editor at the News Leader in Stanton. And I enjoyed my work. It was good work, and I could see myself doing that work until I retired or till something else came along. And in about 2009, something did come along, and it startled me a lot. I'd become very active in my church at Tinkling Spring since 2004, 2005. And by 2006, I was very active working with the youth mission. It wasn't something I had planned. It was a God thing. It was an opportunity that came along. And before I knew it, I was a youth advisor going on mission trips, going into cities, going into rural areas, going to disaster areas with, of all things, teenagers. That was a beginning for me, and my job, my task before me was to help lead teenagers into the idea of mission and how mission can be a part of your life. But what I didn't know, and what the teenagers didn't know, and what the other folks on the trips didn't know, was that I was gaining the most, I think. I was really understanding how all of those people that we meet throughout our days, it can be from the people that you meet in the grocery store, it can be the people that you meet at work, it can be the people that you meet when you're out for a walk. When people come together with kindness, with compassion, if there are needs that are shown to be and there's a solution that comes from that, that's mission. That is finding a way to be the hands and feet and eyes and heart of Jesus Christ. Not everyone is a Christian, not everyone believes that, but kindness and compassion are what make mission work. It is the fuel of mission. By 2009 and into 2010, I realized that my whole trajectory of life was going to stay in the idea of mission, in the realm of mission, but it was going to involve leaving Stanton, Virginia, and moving to Port-au-Prince, Haiti. I was as startled by that as you might be. I couldn't believe that someone who had spent most of her life working 25 minutes from the place where she was born was actually going to get up and move to a developing country, into a place and live with people that I did not know, strangers to me. And I was going to work with the Presbyterian Hunger Program in advocacy. It's been a remarkable change for me. It's been one of the most fluid and one of the most wonderful parts of my life. When you're open to God's Word, and when you're open to following Jesus Christ, and when you believe in Jesus Christ, and you believe in God, and you believe that you will be taken care of, there's nothing you can't do. Sometimes we forget that. Sometimes I forget that. As a matter of fact, I've been living in Haiti since 2013. I'm back in Augusta County now because there's a lot of trouble. There's a constitutional and a political uprising in Haiti right now. There's COVID that's still raging. So I'm out of the country for my safety, but also to make sure that I'm not taking resources from the people who need it more. My work in Haiti is to work with rural farmers. I work with farmer organizations, and our work includes some projects, but not entirely projects. We're actually doing something different than the traditional mission work. We are actually looking at the root causes of the problems in Haiti. Why is Haiti so poor? What are the reasons? And how can we attack the causes at the root so future generations will be able to handle the problems that come up and are not going over and over the same issues? The history of Haiti is a remarkable one. It was the first freed black republic. It was a slave uprising from 1791 until 1804. The Haitian slaves took over their country as citizens of the first freed black republic. And they became a nation trying to build on the wealth. But racism, white supremacy, other nations that cared more about their slaveholding and about their wealth than about the goodness of human beings made sure that Haiti stayed where it was. And Haiti has never recovered from that. But what we find in Haiti are the strong, irrepressible, Christian, loving, faith-building people of Haiti. And it is my joy and it is my privilege to be with them. I miss Haiti. I miss being with them. I'm very worried considering this crises, all the crises that they are going through right now. But my work continues. And in addition, my work continues here. Like I said, mission can be where you are and who you are with. Mission can be reaching out to someone and stepping outside your comfort zone. Mission can be making sure that someone who lives next door that you haven't seen in several days is okay. And mission can be stepping in when there is a fire in your neighborhood or when there is a lonely widow that needs someone to talk to. Or mission can be picking up, making sure your passport is renewed and moving to Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Mission is what gives your life focus. Mission is what gives your life the fire and the fuel to make sure that the love of God and the lessons that Jesus Christ has asked us to follow stay in your heart and keep you going. And it brings the joy. And though there is sadness, and though there are troubles, and though there are so many problems, it feels we will never, ever solve them. Together, there's nothing we can't do. And maybe in the meantime, the striving is what matters most.
Take a simple step in mission this weekend by determining why you serve. Then align the stories you live and tell with the God that you love and serve. Take care and blessings to you this day.